Have you ever wondered what would happen if we stopped making excuses and just enforced the law at the border? No new bills, no new funding, just leadership. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. And it's changing everything. ICE processing centers across the country are closing, not because of budget cuts, not because of politics, but because a flood of illegal immigrants has dropped to a trickle. And San Diego, one of the busiest entry points just a year ago, daily border encounters have dropped by a staggering 96.4%, from over 1,000 a day to just 38. Think about that. What used to cost $10 million a month to manage is now being dismantled. And the message is simple. The crisis wasn't inevitable, it was manufactured. Now, with the right policies in place, ICE centers are shutting their doors and America's southern border is finally breathing again. Let's go ahead and get into the facts. So my name is Tom. I'm with the Daily Beltway, publisher of the Illinois Review and a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. So we're going to start in San Diego, the once ground zero for the border crisis, and that's where ICE just dismantled a 1,000-bed soft-sided facility, a site that cost taxpayers $10 million a month to run. It's gone now. Why? Because there's no one to process. Daily crossings in that region dropped from 1,090 to just 38. That's a 96.4% decrease. Let's go ahead and check this out. We got Fox News covering this facility being closed, and it's awesome.
The border is closed, and it's kind of remarkable to think about. If any president had accomplished what President Trump has accomplished at the border, you could just sort of go home. Of course, that's not the case with President Trump. He's still working. This is what the chief patrol agent in the San Diego sector wrote. Due to the unprecedented decrease in illegal crossings this year, the massive 1,000-person San Diego sector soft-sided facility has been dismantled. In 2025, San Diego sector arrested 1,199 illegal aliens with an average of 38 per day. This was a 186% drop compared to March of 2024.
How great is that when you see the video of them shutting down the facility where it used to be packed with migrants under Joe Biden, and now under Donald Trump, only 38 a day. So his efforts are working from day one. And ICE is still doing the work, Lawrence. They're still exactly arresting people over the Memorial Day weekend.
You know, I think it was probably one of his famous lines in one of the speeches that he gave. He goes, we didn't need new legislation. We just needed a new president. And it's true, because there's no new laws concerning the border that's been passed. It's just the president and his administration enforcing the law.
So this was not an isolated case. Across Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico, ICE centers are going dark. Arrests are down 186% compared to the same time last year. The crisis isn't just being managed, it's being solved. The secret? There is none. This administration is simply enforcing the law. No sweeping new immigration reform bill, no budget increases, just the tools we've had all along finally being used. The last administration, they kind of lied to us. They're like, we need sweeping immigration. We need these bills in order to do our jobs. All the laws are there, guys. And people, they treated American people like they were stupid. And we're not stupid. Now, folks aren't happy. Catholic Charities in San Diego, which used to get high volumes of migrants, just laid off 73 employees. Their entire operation was built around this crisis management. But now that crisis is over, they're scrambling to adjust. They made money off of this. That's why. Come on. It's not a failure of policy. It's proof the policy is working. Communities are shifting away from triage mode chaos and towards sustainable management of legal immigration. What's happening at the southern border today is a sharp break from the last administration's open door approach. We're seeing a return to common sense enforcement. Programs like Remain in Mexico, Title 42 style expulsions are being enforced. Barriers are going up. Border Patrol is being retasked from babysitting to policing. The United States military is even there securing the border. And for those who said nothing could be done without Congress, well, this administration just proved it otherwise. It wasn't a lack of resources. It was a lack of will and testicular fortitude. Critics of the past administration were right about one thing. Leadership matters. And now with leadership that actually cares about securing the republic's borders, we're seeing results. In fact, ICE closures are happening because of success. That's not something we've heard of in years. Meanwhile, facilities in Texas and Arizona built to handle overflow are standing idle, and millions of taxpayer dollars are being saved and reallocated to real security measures. And sure, there are growing pains like there always will be. NGOs that were designed to manage a constant influx of migrants are suddenly obsolete. Good. But the American people aren't mourning that. Neither am I. They're celebrating safer communities, more controlled borders, and actual results. If you guys got value from this news update, hit subscribe, comment, share, all the good stuff. Hit the like button. That helps because there's a lot of lefties and other people that don't necessarily agree with the agenda. Hitting the thumbs down and my ratios are getting killed. I just started this channel back up after a bunch of years taking off, and I've been doing news coverage with the Next News for a while and decided to kind of get going on my own here and try to get this going at the same time while helping Gary and his branch over there. Let's get to the final thoughts here. Okay, so the whole point of this is it didn't require a magic wand. It didn't require Congress. All it took was the courage to enforce the law. For years, we were told the border crisis was too big, too complicated, and too political to fix. But now we see the truth. Leadership changes outcomes. And all those people that were getting rich off all this stuff, they're pissed. And they're the ones that are pushing all these big lobbyists and donors into Congress. They're the ones that are upset. The other people should know that they're doing their jobs. The closure of ICE processing centers isn't just a budget decision, it's a statement. The American sovereignty matters, that the rule of law matters. And we can protect this republic without rewriting the Constitution. Yes, some NGOs are feeling the sting, but guess what? The American taxpayer has been footing the bill for this for years. The layoffs and closures are signs that gravy train is slowing down and the people are back in charge. Strong borders, clear laws, bold leadership. That's how we protect our country. That's how we restore order. And that's how we preserve the republic for my kids, your kids, and the next generations. Again, I'm Tom with the Daily Beltway. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless.